You know the answer, but your mouth stays shut. Your brain is not broken, it is protecting you. Here is how to override it. You're sitting in the meeting. Someone asks a question. You know the answer, it's right there in your head. But your mouth doesn't open. 3 seconds pass. Someone else says exactly what you were thinking, and the room nods along. That credit? Gone. This keeps happening, and it's not because you lack knowledge. It's because nobody taught you how to actually speak up when it matters. Today, I'm going to show you the exact shifts that turn you from the quiet one into the person everyone listens to. So let's talk about what's really going on when you go silent in meetings. Your brain treats speaking up in a group the same way it treats physical danger. A study from Harvard Business School found that workplace anxiety spikes highest during group settings where people feel evaluated. It's not shyness. It's a survival response. You're scanning the room, calculating who might judge you, wondering if your point is smart enough. And while you're doing all that mental math, the moment passes. The worst part is that silence becomes a habit. The longer you stay quiet, the harder it gets to break in. People stop expecting you to contribute. Your manager assumes you have nothing to add. And slowly, your confidence erodes, not because you're incompetent, but because you trained yourself to hold back. Most people walk into meetings hoping they'll find something to say. That's backwards. Confident speakers don't wing it, they walk in with ammunition. Here's what that looks like in practice. Before any meeting, spend 5 minutes reviewing the agenda. Write down one opinion and one question related to the main topic. That's it. Just one of each. This does something powerful to your brain, it shifts you from reactive mode to proactive mode. You're no longer waiting for permission to speak. You already know what you're going to say. A product manager I worked with at a mid-sized tech company used this exact approach. She told me she went from saying nothing in weekly syncs to being the person her VP quoted in leadership updates. Not because she suddenly became brilliant. Because she started showing up prepared with a point of view. Even writing your thought on a sticky note counts. When you can glance down and see your point in your own handwriting, the fear of forgetting mid-sentence disappears. Now let's talk about how you actually sound when you speak. Because what you say matters less than how you say it. First, drop the qualifiers. Stop starting sentences with "I might be wrong," but, or "this is probably a dumb question." Those phrases tell the room to discount whatever comes next. Instead, lead with your point directly. Say, "I think we should prioritize the onboarding flow first," not "I don't know if this makes sense, but maybe we could look at onboarding." Feel the difference? Second, slow down. When you're nervous, you speed up. You cram everything into one breath hoping to finish before someone interrupts. But fast talking signals uncertainty. Pausing between sentences actually makes you sound more authoritative. Watch any executive in a boardroom, they never rush. Third, use fewer words. The most powerful contributors in meetings aren't the ones who talk the longest. They're the ones who say something clear in 2 sentences while everyone else rambles for 5. Brevity signals confidence. Practice saying your point in under 15 seconds. If you can do that, you'll command more attention than anyone else in the room. What happens when someone pushes back on your idea? This is where most people crumble. They apologize, backtrack, or go quiet for the rest of the meeting. But disagreement isn't rejection, it's engagement. When someone challenges your point, try this: pause for 1 full second before responding. That pause shows you're thinking, not panicking. Then say something like, "That's a fair point, and here's why I still think this approach works." You've acknowledged them without abandoning your position. If you genuinely don't know the answer to something, say so directly. "I don't have that data right now, but I'll follow up by end of day." That kind of honesty actually builds more credibility than bluffing ever could. McKinsey's research on executive presence found that people who admitted uncertainty while maintaining composure were rated as more trustworthy than those who always had an answer. Also, stop waiting for the perfect moment to jump in. There is no perfect moment. If you have something relevant, say I want to add something here and go. Inserting yourself respectfully is a skill, and it gets easier every single time you do it. Here's what I want you to do right now, before your next meeting. Open your calendar. Find the next meeting you have scheduled. Read the agenda or topic. Write down one clear opinion and one specific question on a piece of paper or your phone. That's your ammunition. When that meeting starts, commit to saying your opinion out loud within the first 10 minutes. Not the last 5 minutes when everyone is checking out. The first 10. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be groundbreaking. It just has to be yours. Every confident speaker you admire started exactly where you are: nervous, overthinking, holding back. The only difference is they decided to open their mouth one uncomfortable time, and then another, and then it stopped being uncomfortable. Your voice belongs in that room. Start using it. That's a wrap, thanks for watching. If this gave you one idea you can use today, hit like and subscribe. See you in the next one.